We are live.
Boom. There we go.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga. Yeah. Hennessy and Hotwings, you tuning in. Hennessy and Hotwings, you tuning in. Just listen to Miss Hot Sauce, she doing it. I'm fucking with Miss Hot Sauce, she cute as shit. She talking about your city and what's going on. She got tips for you, shorty, how to get it on. She talking to the men and what they doing wrong. Politicking about some business, she a little sassy. Hennessy and Hotwings with some hot sauce, that's real classy. Depending on the topic, she might get nasty. Got your podcast blasting, it's a real classic. Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking. Yeah, papers, let's get it cracking.
Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking.
And we are here. I made it. Good evening. Hello, Mo. Hello,
good evening.
Jill Badu.
Good up.
Hello.
To you.
Hello. How are you guys?
Good.
Friday, you know.
Sorry you guys had to come in on my business call.
Really, you're so important. You know,
Isn't that such a man-ass thing to do? Like, I'm telling you I gotta go. You're gonna tell me, oh, I just gotta do one last thing. And then
I want you to take a survey.
I just said I got people waiting for me in a goddamn waiting room. I gotta take a survey about how good your service is. The service has been fucking long. That's what the service has been. It's been fucking long. There's no reason why I should be on the fucking phone for that long just to get a claim number for my goddamn phone that I already made the claim for. Wow. And that's all I gotta say
about that.
How are you guys?
So good.
Good. Jill, you're looking quite very
right,
juicy and glowing and all of the things.
Wow. Goddess love and things. What we got going on? Giving shoulders too. What's happening?
You look like the type of bitch to sage and rub coconut oil on your face.
Spirituality. Namaste.
Say it up.
Yeah. I've been, trying to center myself,
Mo, you're looking very refreshed as well.
We'll get into it when we do the relationship check-in. I will tell you why. I will tell you why.
Sorry. Anyways, Mo, do your thing.
Well, up top, giving you how Jill got her groove back action. She's got her groove back, clearly based on the glow. Give it up for the beautiful Jill Badu. And up on the other side, hey, smoke weed every day. We've got the new resident pothead of the clan, Miss Hot Sauce the Boss. How are you, boo?
I'm good. I just have to take one so that I can calm down. Just pull it in real quick, get it out of the system. It was a lot going on. I was feeling rushed. I'm hungry.
Oh, no.
Myself, so... Yeah. So hey everybody.
That's Miss Hot Sauce to you. And then I'm Miss Mo Fella, man. I'm just here about to roll up so I can get like Miss Hot Sauce very soon. But our very, very incredibly special guest. If you live in Boston, there's a lot of them. I can't name them all at this point. But if you live in Boston, I feel like you might have stumbled upon at least one of them. You guys may know them as the Sparring Minds podcast, but I know them as, hopefully one of them ends up my baby daddy by the time this is over. Let's figure it out. Give it up for the Sparring Minds podcast.
Lord have mercy.
I'm just trying to put it in the atmosphere. I'm just trying to throw it out there.
You guys have been, look, all the ladies are showing up. Look, where are the chocolates?
Exactly. Exactly. We know why everybody's here today. We know.
Oh, Jill, she said you look freshly dicked down.
Oh, was that me or Jill?
She said Jill.
Oh.
So Jill, you have some explaining to do?
No, ain't nothing popping off here.
Okay.
You don't kiss and tell.
I usually do, but
no, really? Yeah, one time we caught you, didn't we? in the act.
What?
In the act.
Oh, shit.
Anyways,
Oh,
welcome to another serving of welcome to another serving of Henny and Hotwings, where the show clearly starts whenever the show absolutely starts. Today, as you can see, it's going to be pretty fun because we have such a large crowd over here.
It's lit over here.
So many people on one Zoom. What is this? On this platform. Good thing they're not paying us. Jesus Christ. On this platform. And we're just going to talk it up and have a good ass time. Hi, Sparring Mind.
What's up, y'all?
How you all doing?
What's up, ladies?
Oh my.
What's up, ladies? What's going on?
How's everything?
Oh, it is fine now. I have waited so long for this moment.
Me and you are gonna fight. I can already see it. Me and you are gonna fight already.
I didn't even say anything yet. I didn't even do anything.
Actually, you did. I would like to explain man-ass thing to do. Like, explain man-ass.
Oh, a man-ass thing to do. So, this story.
Y'all heard that part. I didn't think y'all heard
I caught everything.
Backstage. Oh.
I was on the phone with T-Mobile trying to find a claim. At the end, I was like, Mr. T-Mobile man, I've got to go. I've got to do a podcast right now. There are many people waiting. And he's like, yeah, we should be fun after I explain a very important message to you. And then you take a survey. That's so man-ass thing to do. I said I got to go, and you going to tell me I got to take a goddamn survey for what? Send it in my email, nigga.
I got shit to do.
Shit, I'm telling you I got to go, and you going to tell me what you want to tell me and tell me what I'm going to do. It's not right. Ain't that what men do?
Wow.
Nah, that's actually what women do, I think. I would like.
We're starting off. Okay, let me get my rollie together for this. All right. I see Mr. Sammy came with the shits today. Okay.
Always with the shits. But that's fine. I'm ready for you, Sammy.
I got my fruit snacks ready.
You got your fruit snacks. You better get something harder, like some liquor. Shit, because we're gonna talk tonight. So tell us a little bit about who each and every one of you guys are, what you bring to your particular podcast, and why you think that I have you here to fight you this evening.
Oh, we're fighting tonight, huh?
Wow.
That's what we doing?
Oh, shit. Wow.
We're sparring our minds. Get it? Sparring minds.
Okay.
I like it. Fuck that shit. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll kick it off, man.
Hightower,
aka Hightower from the city of Boston. I bring the deep voice and the good vibes to the group, and that's all.
From one deep voice to another, King. I see
Mo
you.
Filla, what's up?
Happening? It's been
From
forever.
one deep voice to another.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
That was my deep voice. That was my one.
Oh.
Do I go next?
Yes, you go next.
Okay. I'm Mr. Sam Little, aka Mr. Maritime, and I bring the petty to the group.
I felt that. I kind of felt that.
He said he brings a what to the group?
The petty. The petty.
I bring the petty. I bring the petty.
Wow.
I felt that.
That's a good one.
I think we all got a little bit of petty in us. I'm the chef.
Oh yeah, we all do.
Main topic. I'm the chef, main topic. And yeah, I mean, I just bring the topics to the group. You know what I'm saying? The cooking skills, all that good stuff. So it's a bunch of things. You know what I mean? So thank you, ladies, for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. And last but certainly not least.
Yeah. I'm Charles Jones, aka we all have AKAs. I don't know if y'all got that yet, but we got the AKAs locked in. But AKA Charlie Hustle. And I bring the anti-feminism point of view to our show. We don't got time for all of these women laws. We don't do that around here. So I keep the show grounded. You know what I mean? I make sure that fellas are taken care of out here. So.
We got Kevin Samuels in the building. All right. Let's get to it.
We don't call women queens. That's what we do here. They're supposed to celebrate us. We're not supposed to celebrate them.
Protect black men. I feel you.
Protect masculinity.
Yeah, it's important, man. It's important.
I feel you though, because I do believe that there's a lack of masculinity in society these days, and that could be due to the whole white feminist movement. But I don't think it's feminism in general. You know, I think there's some part of feminism that everybody can agree with. It's that other shit that they be going extra, like the Me Too's and all kinds of shit. That's where you can't walk next to a bitch and she not. Oh my god, he touched my body.
I'm assaulted. Sorry.
Look at me. He looked at me. I knew he wanted to assault me in his mind. So I feel he assaulted me in his mind. So I felt it in my heart. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
we're not that type of
Jesus Christ.
I got a lot to let go. I'm full of energy. I took a nap.
Yeah. Did you get me too?
Did you? Wow. Did you get? Wow.
That's real spit. You need somebody to help draw that line. So I'm glad you're on that side of the table. So I appreciate that.
And I'm like, if I think about the stories that we have heard in Me Too, I wouldn't mind a little bit of those. You know,
the views that are being discussed tonight do not represent the views of Henny and Hotwings.
I don't know why y'all sitting here fronting like being roughed up just a little bit.
I mean, I love it. I love it. But I'm not gonna say I want you to Me Too me.
And that's how you probably say it. I love it. No.
Stop it. I love it. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm not doing that tonight.
And I'm
not. You know, like I didn't come here for that.
The head bob. I hate you.
So how we usually start out the show is that we just go around and give our relationship status so we can know, what lines we cannot or cross.
Or habitually cross.
Yeah. We'll try our best not to cross those lines, but if we do, it's not our hearts.
I'm a habitual line stepper.
Mo definitely is. Mo is
line stepper as well.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We can relate.
So we'll start with you. We'll start with who do you guys want to start with? Let's start with Sammy Little.
What do you want to know?
Well, are you single? Are you taken? Are you dating? Your last date? How it's going? What you did wrong? What you did wrong?
What I did wrong? I don't do anything wrong.
The things that are wrong, but go ahead.
I'm dating. I'm not taken yet. Taken.
Exclusively dating, or you are dating around?
Exclusively.
Oh,
exclusively.
Okay. Exclusive. That's almost like, ain't that the same thing as having a girlfriend?
Not the way I make it up.
Close.
Not the rules.
Real close.
We have rules. There's rules to this. We have rules.
The habitual line stepper.
Right.
What? Like, can you please just what kind of rules? I'm interested.
Okay, it's close to being in a committed relationship. It's very close. It's very close. We have some things to work out before it's finalized. But
contracts.
You can't ask me what I'm doing. I can't ask her what she's doing. We have certain rules.
Okay. Look at wow.
Certain rules. We have some rules. We have some rules. We have
Wow. All right.
Interesting.
But you guys can technically do what you want
with who you want.
I mean, technically we can, but it's just no.
See, Sammy's dangerous. Sammy's dangerous.
Technically, she's my girl.
How?
Technically, I'm not her boyfriend.
You're that type that would do all types of boyfriend stuff and be like, but I'm not your boyfriend. The wait. Like, you're that type to me.
I think we both do that. I think that's the Aries in both of us.
Oh, you're Aries. Enough said. All right, move on to the next. Oh, you're an Aries. Enough said.
How about you? Let's go to Mr. Hightower.
Mr. Hightower is spoken for, been married, going on 13 years.
Oh, wow.
We have a really good situation going on with us. So, yeah, we good.
I'm glad that you're here because I'm going to ask you tons of questions and things of that. You, Mr. Charlie Hustle?
Yeah. I've been married happily for 7 years now, and now I get to live with my best friend. So can't beat that, right?
Yeah.
Why you
That's
gotta one
me.
up me, yo?
Let me go cry in the corner. Like, are you serious?
I will allow you to say that too. You know, you get to
I
be
gotta
best
get my Kleenex.
friends.
Happily,
Come
huh?
on, bro.
Okay.
And he
Right.
did say happily because that is one of the
Happily.
questions when a man usually says, "Oh, I'm married," and I say happily.
Happily, right?
And then the question could sometimes, the answer could sometimes get a little murky.
Gets murky in that moment.
That's crazy.
What about you, Chef? Main topic?
I am taken. Been in a relationship for the past year and a half, almost 2 years.
Oh, that's still new.
Taken.
Oh wow!
It's still early in the stages, but I'm taking. I loved it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's taking.
It's all good.
No baby daddies for me. Jeez. No baby daddies.
Little is, on the fence.
What happened?
Yo, Mo's hilarious. I don't know if y'all hear what you're saying, but that's
I'm
what he's
just
doing.
no baby daddies for Mo tonight. No baby daddies for me.
But how about you, Miss Mofilla? How are things going?
Actually, guys, I'm in a committed relationship as of today.
Oh, wow.
All right. I love how everybody's getting excited because it's with the technician
Nobody's
that
excited.
I
Nobody's
was about to say,
excited.
who did
We
she
have
think that
all
was
the
excited?
questions.
Because I don't really understand
We
what's
saw
happening.
you last week.
the
Stop.
puzzle. That's what I meant by excitement. The puzzleness. That's what I meant. I'm in a committed relationship with the lab technician that did my ultrasound today.
Oh.
Her name is either Peggy or Pammy. But I had a
guys, I'm so sorry about this.
I had a pelvic exam today that was pretty enjoyable, and I need to marry her. That's my relationship.
Can you tell me what's happening? I'm the problem.
I've had many pelvic exams. None of them were enjoyable.
Exactly. This is exactly my point. I went for an ultrasound today, and I thought it was just going to be a normal routine thing, like all of us women have to go through sometimes. And this woman, Peggy or Pammy, I couldn't catch it. I know it had a P and a Y at the end because I was looking for her name at that point. When it was time for her to go in, we're grown here. There's a moment in the ultrasound where they got to go inside your vagina. And the way she finessed me and
she finessed the pelvic exam?
Like, she was so gentle and caring. There was just a moment I almost had to stop myself from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
Shit.
No, I'm regular in that department. I'm regular. That's just how good she was. And I was like, wow, I might love her. And I need to look her information up because I've never had an ultrasound like that in my entire life. You see them glowing. Do y'all see the glow?
You are glowing. And that's so funny that you're glowing from a
literally on the table, like, bitch, don't squirt. Please don't squirt. Don't.
That was about to be my next question.
Bitch, don't squirt.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's my relationship status. That's where I'm at.
Wow.
Shout out to Peggy /Pammy. Shout out to her.
You don't even know her name.
She's my wife, Mrs. Poe. That's who she is. That's her name. Shout out to her.
Jill Badu.
Just out here single.
Oh. Are you dating? Are you looking at men? Are you seeing or waving to them? Anything, more than still single?
I guess I had a breakup this week.
What?
How do you have a breakup?
It's not a breakup if that's not your man, right? I don't know what you call it when you tell a dude, like, you know what, good luck out there. This isn't it. What is that called?
Definitely a breakup. It's a breakup.
Okay, so no, we broke up.
You sent them his walking papers.
Yeah,
damn,
it
good
just
luck
wasn't
out
gonna
there.
work.
Good luck out there, huh?
What did he
Gonna
do?
work out.
It's what he didn't do.
Correct. I like and appreciate communication. I think it's a way of communicating to me that you're not trying to waste my time. And so I had a conversation like literally the day before, like, hey, I really need you to just like communicate if things are changing and, you know, the plans that we made are going to be different, just let me know. Shoot me a text. Hey, bitch, I fuck you, right? Like, whatever, anything. Just say words. So, you know, he was like, no, no, no. What you're asking for is not too much. That makes sense. I can do that. And then literally the next day, I was like, hey, so are we still linking up? And he was like, I got my kids. And I was like,
is this not the same one who made you take him on a date with his kid?
Date with the kid?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you going on dates with kids?
Yes, she is. That's why I'm telling you guys, and I'm glad that you guys are mostly taken, because y'all be acting like real bullshit don't be happening. Married men and taken men especially be the hardest on single women, and I don't appreciate it, but we will get into that later. But yes, niggas do shit like, oh, me and my 2-year-old's coming on a date. Oh, okay.
First date
At that. And she had to pay.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Interesting.
Sorry about that, Joe.
I mean, you know, honestly, it's par for the course. This is the story of my life. I'm almost certain I did something really, really terrible in either this current life or a past life, and I must pay for it. So it is what it is. It's fine.
You're destined for gloom and disaster.
Yeah. I've accepted it. It's fine.
I'll book you an ultrasound. You'll be all right. So.
Send me Peggy's info.
Because Peggy literally seems to have the juice.
She's got it. She's got it.
She juiced today, all right.
I know. Right?
Almost got some juice. So hot sauce. What about you?
So I went on a date yesterday, and it was rather nice.
Okay.
It was really rather nice. And the next date we're gonna go on, it's gonna be something fun like the shooting range or skydiving.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm into having adventures for the summer.
I don't do white people fun. I don't do white people fun. I'm all set.
So, skydiving is very, very thrilling and adventurous. It's very fun.
I'm all set.
Have you
I
done
did
it
it for
before?
my 30th birthday. I figured if I die, I die. It's a, one date on the tombstone. But I didn't die. Here I am, 7 years later, old and single as shit.
Oh.
But I did go on a nice date, and we're gonna go on another one. I don't know if I love him or not yet.
It's early, so that's normal. That should be good.
Yes, after one date, I should know by now if we go together or not, and I don't know yet.
So I got a question, hot sauce. What you have on that date? What did you eat? Did you eat?
We ordered all the menu.
All right.
Which was good, and many mimosas. So by the time I left there, I was feeling kind of,
Whoa.
In the giving mood.
Feeling kind of saucy.
I was. We had beef. We had short beef ribs. We had sliders. We had chicken. We had macaroni and cheese. We had all the things, but we didn't eat because we were talking so much.
Ooh.
That's not a bad date.
All right.
That's not a bad date.
It's not a bad date at all. I'm really excited. Yo, can you go get me my food? Yo, can you get me my food?
That's what the second date sounds like, you see?
Yep.
Grab my food, Joe.
That is not the second. All the dates are gonna be super fun. Do you guys believe? Oh, go ahead. So that's my date. That's my dating life and my dating stories. Geesh.
A whole nother language. Okay.
I know, geesh.
What up, Henny?
Come on.
Hey, what up, baby?
I just want to know if he loves me the way that I love him. That's so hard, and you can't decide that in day one. What's up with love at first sight? Isn't that how you guys met your wives?
No.
It's usually not how it works.
What's the story behind how you met your wives? Let's start with you, Hightower.
Oh man.
I'm only asking for research purposes because these are the steps that I need to follow.
It's funny because it seems as if I was ahead of the trend, because now dating online seems to be like the thing, or maybe it's no longer the thing. But I met my queen on Black Planet, believe it or not.
Yes, I remember, yo. That's
Jesus,
so crazy.
that's a long time ago.
Yeah, we've been rocking since. So
shout out to her, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
I definitely remember back in the school classrooms on the computer on Black Planet.
I
Before
literally just signed
MySpace.
up for Black Planet again.
I think we need to bring it back.
They have it back. It looks completely and utterly different. I have no idea how it works. But the other day I was like, fuck this shit. I'm signing up for Black Planet again.
I'm on it. I'm
We
on
should,
it.
we should all migrate back over there.
I think we should because Facebook fucking sucks. Sheesh. But yeah, so you met on Black Planet. Do you remember the messages? Because now that social media and online dating is a thing, I need to know what to say.
No, I don't remember what I said to her, but it was more like, I'm around this summer. What you doing? Like to meet you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It was lame. Whatever it was lame. I'm surprised she met me.
It'd be the lame dudes though that actually, kind of, pull at your heartstrings a little bit because you say whatever you want and it's kind of cute and quirky. So you're like, oh, okay, maybe I might give him a chance. I like it. What about you, Charles? You seem to have a great love story.
I don't know how great it is. I mean, we worked together, right? And so she was in a relationship. But I was like, nah, that dude ain't for you. I'm the one you want to be with. You know what I mean? Like, get him the fuck out of here.
Oh, I like that energy. I like it.
So what really happened?
That's absolutely what happened. I promise you. I promise you that's exactly what happened.
She was with a dude and you was like, nah. That's not the one. And she was like, oh, okay, he's here, the one.
She came around.
Dropped that zero.
Put a little seasoning sauce on it. Yeah.
How persistent were you in getting that done? And getting your goals accomplished?
Where I'm from, you have to be persistent if there's a woman that you want. You know what I mean? Because the dope ones are not going to be readily available. So you got to go after the ones you really want.
What's your definition of persistent? Because the other day I tweeted something like that. Sometimes persistence can be really annoying. Like those people that stay in your DMs mad messages ago and you never have responded to them, but they are literally persistent as fuck.
No, I think for me, because I work with her, I made it easy Monday through Friday, right? So it was just a matter of checking up on her. Hey, how you doing this morning? You know what I mean? How was your night? Just some of the basic stuff. You got to build it from a friendship, right? So we just built a friendship. You know what I mean?
He was being the work boyfriend.
Yeah. Yo, no debate.
He was being the work boyfriend.
And your husband did that? That's fucked up.
Well played.
Yeah, I agree. I think that what you said is so scientifically logical, right? Scientifically logical.
I was with you. I was with it.
But it does make sense. You're technically spending the most time with her. You get to talk to her whenever you want to on things such as dates. That's something simple as like a lunch outing that you can pay for, and just talk to her, show her almost the things that she should be having, and she's clearly not getting it because you are there all the time.
That's perfectly said.
All right. I'm gonna do that.
Find me a work pay. Work pay. Boom.
You work from home, Mo.
I was gonna say I don't know how that works when you work from home.
It's those doctor's appointments that'll keep you good though, girl.
Okay. Shout out to Peggy Pam. I'm gonna figure out her name. I'm gonna figure it out.
And Jeff Bain, how did you meet your lover and friend of 1 year plus?
I met her. I was selling candy for my daughter's school, and I posted on Facebook. A friend of mine bought some candy for me, and then he was tagging mad people saying, "Hey, my friend's selling candy, whatever the case may be." She popped on and said she wanted to buy some. So I was like, "All right," inboxed her. Yeah, let's meet for the candy. And when I met her, I was attracted to her instantly. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I hit up her cousin because I knew who she was. And then I said, "Hey, your cousin single, whatever the case may be?" She's like, "No, hit her up, ask her." So I inboxed her. I was like, "Hey, I like how you look, whatever the case may be. I'd like to take you on a date." You know what I'm saying? This is no bullshit. You can ask
Look at his face.
Man. Let me ask a question. Why did they go to her direct? Why did they go to her direct, man? Why did they go to the cousin first?
Because I want to know how to play it.
Pardon me. I know you gamed up. You could have went right to her direct.
He didn't know her relationship status.
It don't matter.
Ask her.
Well, according to Charles, you're supposed to just tell her what her relationship
Where she's supposed to be. Exactly.
Hey,
Yep.
you with me?
Y'all knock it off. Hightower and Capo, knock it off. Knock it off. I still scored right. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
You just
But,
took a
but no.
different way.
Right. I knew someone that she was mutual friends with who happened to be her cousin. You know what I'm saying? And I asked her cousin, hey, what's up with her? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, yo, hit her up and see what's up. So that's all she needed to tell me. Once she said that, I inboxed her myself. And then I asked her on a date. I said, I would like to take you on a date. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight like that. Like to sit down, get to know you. And then the first date, I planned it out. I put some thought into it. You know what I'm saying?
My guy, this is exactly.
They do exist. Jesus, they do.
And I just want the record to reflect that this was simply just a year ago. So it's not that far. It's not like these other ones have been married for like 42 years and shit like that. Like, it's real. You planned the date? Tell me more.
Tell us more.
I planned a date. So I planned a date. We went to Bully Boy Distillery. That was our first date. We went to Bully Boy Distillery, and then we went to Crave Mad for Chicken afterwards. You know what I mean? We were supposed to go to King's, but we got too drunk and Crave for Mad and end up, having a nightcap. And yeah, rest is history.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Are you close to proposing?
Wow.
Yeah, that's on the docket next. I'm gonna get some game for my brothers Hightower and Capo and figure out about that part. But that's
oh my gosh, let me know. I love engagement. So if you need any help coordinating, oh my gosh, I'm here for it.
The pressure is on. You have an engagement coordinator. You have, so many things are happening. Wow.
Nah, it's no pressure because it's where I want to be. So it's no pressure at all.
I'm about to go cry. This is too much.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
It's not to end this early, so
I'm gonna go cry myself in the corner and like this is unreal. They do exist.
That's very
I love to hear it.
It's like a friggin' fairy tale. And then we have Sammy Little. So
and then there's Sammy Little. Wow.
Don't do my role.
Wow.
Sammy knows where my heart is. The Lord's working on me. But tell me, how did you meet your exclusive dater?
What we had, fellas? We were in Jamaica.
Oh.
Yeah, we have like an annual trip every other year, anywhere in the country, something like that. And I think we took a cruise to Jamaica. And I remember her, what was it? It was like a, what was it? Karaoke night or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she came down, yeah. And she got up on stage and I just remember, filming her. I remember filming her. And I was like, yo, she's all right, but I didn't think I was going to speak to her at all, anything like that. I happened to get lost from these guys. I was walking through like a cafeteria and her daughter stopped me. And her daughter was like, hey, what's your last name? And I was like, Little. And so she was like, hey, she said her mother's name and she threw my last name on it. And I was like, so her daughter actually hooked us up.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, and she told me, hey, I've been watching you. You was with some other girl, and but it's cool. Let's talk. Is that your girl? And I was like, nah. She asked me. She was like, yeah, is that your girl? I was like, nah. I just met her on the boat. We hanging, whatever. We exchanged Facebook, whatever, and we were just inboxing each other throughout the whole cruise, all the way off the cruise, and that's how we met.
But you guys never hooked up like on the cruise, because cruises are a good place to hang out and like go hit the jacuzzi.
Yep.
The very last night she hit me up and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
You're a fool.
Just saying.
Nah. She hit me up though. She hit me up and was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Well, I'm with the other chick right now." She was like, "Oh, okay." But I mean, she stayed with it, so it's like, whatever. But I didn't think I was gonna see her again, but we just kept in contact throughout, weeks, whatever, and She's actually from Memphis. For you all that don't know, so it's a long distance thing.
Oh,
now that makes your answer make more sense. Okay, that makes sense. Got it now.
Yeah.
How are you doing that? Like, how does long distance work? I know where Jill stands. Like, you're anti long distance, correct?
I'm too needy.
She thinks Brockton is long distance.
Literally. I mean, I can see that's mad away.
Y'all are aggy. I'm for it. I'm for long distance.
So how is that working out for you, being long distance from your lover and your friend?
It has its problems. I mean, I think being away, you get the, okay, what is he doing? What is she doing? You get that from time to time. You wake up in the mornings and, you're like, oh, there ain't nobody here, whatever. All right. But
that's a man's version of heartbreak. Ain't nobody here. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Let me go outside and do some push-ups or something.
I roll over all the time and look at the empty side. Well, that's live because my kid be there most of the time. So, but I feel like, damn, that's not,
not for you. Long distance, not for you.
No, I don't. I think that I could potentially do long distance because of my schedule, so it'd be really kind of hard. Usually the situations that I end up in, it ends up being like a nighttime long distance because we can't see each other in the daytime, so it's literally like only at night in nighttime hours. But I think I like it like that. Feels booty callish, keeps the fun alive.
Facts.
I like that. But that sucks. So one of the questions that we had here is, do you guys check each other when you see one of your boys messing up? Like when you guys see each other, not that you guys would ever mess up, but if you guys were to mess up or see somebody else, one of your other boys messing up, would you check your boy? Are you holding your boys accountable? Your mans in them?
Depends on what he's doing to mess up.
Anything. What if when it comes to relationships in particular?
Oh, okay.
And is there a line of messing up? Like, what is something that you would let slide? Like, if he buys another woman a drink versus if he exchanges phone number, like, how does that work? Theoretically speaking, for you guys,
because you guys would never.
Never. It's interesting.
Okay, never mind. I forgot I was talking to. I forgot I was talking to.
Yeah, I'm not speaking on nobody's drink, but I think that. Listen, I don't know what rules and lines they've established at home. His wife could have been like, yo, you go do this, have a good time while you're away. When you come back home, knock it off, right? That could have been their thing, Yeah. And so for me to be like, yo, nigga, what you doing? I'm out of place. You know what I mean? I'm out of bounds. I think sometimes I just need to mind my business on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you often not mind your business?
I'm known for that a little bit around here. Working on it. But in those cases, actually, I know these guys well enough to know their situation, so I don't have to ask those questions. It's easy when you work with your brothers, you know what I mean? If it was just some random dude, it'd be a different, but I know these guys, I know the situation. I know they're queens, so it's no thing for me to understand the situation.
What about you, Hightower?
It's pretty much the same thing Hustle said, man.
I'm about to disown some of y'all, though.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, why?
Little, tell me why you mad, man. What's up? Oh, he's froze.
He's froze.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there he go. He's back.
What?
You was saying you
I am
these guys. He got my internet this time.
Yeah. No.
But go ahead, Hightower. Like, what would you tell? What?
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you were frozen, man. But we come back to you in a minute. Yeah, it's the same thing as Chuck, man. You don't want to cross too many lines. As long as you make sure they within the right parameters of what they're doing. If as long as they're not going crazy. If they had too much to drink, or you gotta be like, what, you probably shouldn't be driving. Let me get them keys. But other than that, man, like, what you do is what you do, man.
Yeah.
They come in for your internet. I'm used to it. They do it for me every week. It's not right.
That's our DJ. That's Kamani right there.
Hi,
DJ.
Thank you. No, but I don't even know what I was saying just now because I was distracted by many things. Yeah. What about you, Chef Maine? Tell me about you.
I pretty much echo the same sentiments as Hightower and Hustle. You know what I mean? Because I don't know the situation. Again, it depends on how they're being. You know what I'm saying? If it's something I really got to step in and check them about, you know what I mean? If they're too drunk or something like that. But as far as, again, talking to another female, I don't know what, you know, him and his wife have. You know, she might have said, yo, go out, bring us some company home tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get no way that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know that.
Now she mad at you.
So, right. I fucked up the three-way tonight. So you know what? Nah, play it cool. As long as they ain't gonna do nothing to get stuff locked up or anything, we Gucci. Other than that, who you play?
Speaking of that, though, have you guys ever considered that hall pass phenomenon where, you know, husband and wives are literally giving each other a pass once something to do anything? You would never consider it either for yourself either, no?
Of course I would.
No.
Not never.
Not never.
Not
Really?
Never ever.
What,
Charlie, why do you say no?
What I get married for? Like, if I want to have relationships with everybody else, I could have stayed single.
Not everybody else, just a couple, you know,
Just a couple.
at specific times.
One turn into three turn into seven.
Not
It goes
if you
something
have-
else.
Not if you have rules and boundaries, though. Like, if you have rules and boundaries, wouldn't you be like, okay, it's only this weekend, the first weekend of the year of June or something like that, and that's the one time. Shut it up.
Nah.
Shut it down. No,
Maine, not never in the history of ever, right?
Yeah,
because
that's not happening. Nah.
no, because
you messed
what
around.
What happens if she fuck around and like that shit, right? Now what?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh, that one weekend turn into next weekend, and then tomorrow.
Segue.
Get out of here. Right?
Yeah.
Not never.
but what about for yourself? Don't you want a little hall pass every now and then?
Not never. I can barely handle what I get now. I don't need no additional hall
Right.
pass. No.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if I stumble across law in London, there might be a conversation had.
See,
But
there's
outside of that-
exceptions.
Nah,
There's exceptions.
outside of that, nah.
But no, as somebody who's been in a long, well, now I'm out of it, but I was in a very long-term relationship. I understand the concept of having hall passes because after a certain point, like I feel like for me, it's the 10-year mark. Like after you get past that 10-year mark, you got to start figuring out abstract ways to put the pieces to the puzzle together to make it still work. So like I would have 100% appreciated a hall pass or two towards, you know, that marker, but you know, unfortunately my partner.
But would you have come back though?
You might as well not even be there no more.
No, I don't think it's that simple though, because I think you can 100% still love the person that you with, but want to have a different experience every now and then. That's it.
That's all it is.
I agree with that. Like I said, you guys know my theory. I think that most long-term relationships, I wouldn't say go dry or whatever, but I think there's a patch between, I say 12 and like 15 years that you start to entertain the thoughts of what if. You kind of, you know, you're not going nowhere. You know you ain't gonna drop your family and leave everything or anywhere, but you're like, what?
Do I still got the juice? No, I'm kidding.
You know, like, okay, for, you know, Valentine's Day this year, not Valentine's Day, for a random day, February 17th, you can do something real quick. I don't want to know about it. Don't tell me shit about it. You can, you cannot. It's completely up to you. No questions asked. I think I would take it.
That should have come back up. That shit's gonna come back up.
Yeah. First argument.
That's just absolutely gonna come back up at some point later on. So I get pissed.
Under those
argument.
under those circumstances, they definitely come back up.
Of course. That's the
Remember that one time you went, fuck that bitch.
Right.
Why she had to be all that?
I'm so literal and logical with it, but it's like, but bruh, like we had the conversation, so what are we bringing this up for? Like, I just don't understand. You agreed to it then. What is the problem now?
I was on the Sparring Meds podcast for their second season finale.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a very, very heated argument or debate or infotainment about cheating. And Charles doesn't believe that side pieces should be treated like humans.
No, I don't. I don't. That's Thursday night. That's all she is.
And Thursday, and that's just a segue right into that because we're talking about hall passes and situations like that. So would you like? He doesn't believe that side pieces should just be her ass, and that there's nothing else that should be going on besides ass. That's all it is for.
That's the definition of a side piece.
I got treated great. I got treated great.
See? Okay, so Sammy, you was once a side nigga?
Yeah.
And how'd that go? Tell us about it.
I mean, I free drinks, free dinners. I mean, video games. I mean, I don't know what made her think I had needed video games, but I got all types of stuff.
Why you shaking your head? She was a bozo?
She was a bozo.
Listen, time is money. Time is money.
Exactly.
Hey.
If I'm giving you time and if I'm giving you this vaginal energy, or penal energy, why can't you take me out or be nice to me or buy me a drink here and there? Look at you still shaking your hair. Not even a drink.
Nah, not nothing.
Just this dick. That's what.
Period. That's it, bro. Like, I'm here for that, man.
That ain't no fun.
Come on, man.
I mean,
we often talk about how these dudes lead women on, and I'm an advocate of knocking that shit off. If you lay the rules down up front, the woman don't walk away with emotional ties because you told her what it is up front, and she understood that. Listen, this is just sex. You come see me at Wednesday by 7. You'll be home by 8:30. I promise. Like, don't worry about it.
I actually agree with him. I actually agree with
You ain't gonna fall
Charlie.
in love with him over a bottle of wine. It ain't gonna happen because we here fucking that shit.
Because that's how shit gets all messy, and that's how people feel like they can jump out of their positions when you start doing.
So you need the strict boundaries.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually agree with you on that, Charlie. That's why
I like a little blurred line.
No.
I feel like you can have that conversation and be like, this is what it is. I'm not leaving my wife. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not doing any of that. I'll still treat you like a person. We can buy you some send you some Uber Eats or something like that every once in a while. I don't need you to be in love with me, but I do need you to not just think of me as some, streetwalker. You could go get a fucking prostitute if you wanted to just fuck somebody, right? No.
But why would I treat some chick the same way I treat my wife? I take my wife out to eat. I take her to get bottles. Like, I don't do that with just that's reserved for my wife.
Bottle. You could buy a little rum and coke.
Send her $20 for Uber for some lunch. Jesus.
No.
Dang.
Because that might lead to other confusion down the line. So we nip that shit.
So if you feed her, she's gonna catch feelings.
If I give her anything besides this thing, she's gonna.
Oh my god!
No, I don't agree.
You can avoid that.
Yeah, I agree with the emotional part. Like, don't feed into him emotionally, but you can drop a little. I mean, also you're paying for peace because side chick is low key giving you peace because she could be trying to fuck up what you got going on at home, even with you just dropping off something on Thursday. So pay for your peace, kid. Pay for your peace.
Because if we just
she only get flowers or nothing.
If we just fucking, I don't really have any type of loyalty to you. So if your wife calls me and be like, "Yo, I'm not even gonna give her the, oh no, I'm not home. No habla English. This is pizza." I'm be like, "Yeah, we be fucking."
I was just on him yesterday. That's crazy.
I don't have no loyalty to you. You're just dropping off the dick. So if your wife is calling my phone at this point, then my nigga, I'm singing like a bird.
You didn't do your job. You didn't do your job.
So Charlie, what would be the incentive? So are you purposely not incentivizing side pieces because you don't want one?
Well, I don't want one first. I don't need one second.
Right.
And then third off, 100% of the time, and I'll repeat it again. 100% of the time, they bring drama. 100% of the time, they bring drama at some point. Now, it might not be you. It's going to be some emotional thing. Maybe your lady's feeling disconnected now because something's going to happen at some point because of that situation. You can avoid all that. Put all that dick energy you got into your wife. How about that? Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Boring.
She said boring. I quit.
So monogamy is completely boring at this point.
I heard a term today called ethical non-monogamy.
Ethical non-monogamy. Yeah.
Isn't that just polyamory?
No,
these
it's
labels are set
basically
up.
like, yeah, I know. It's like basically being upfront about the fact that you're not monogamous.
And you never will be.
Well, but that's dope if the two people in a relationship have an understanding of what that is, right?
Mhm.
This is not some backdoor shit. This is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for that. I'm all for
Yeah.
if us having a conversation and laying out our plan for how a relationship's gonna work.
Mhm.
In my world,
That's not it for you.
it's
That's
not,
not
right. So,
What about you, Maine? You're very new into this, so you're super in love. But can you imagine? How
I
do
am.
you
It's all good.
how do you feel about, you know, how side pieces or alternate women should be treated?
Yeah, I mean, I echo some of the sentiments that my brother Capo says, but I don't agree with it like entirely. You know what I'm saying? And long time ago, when I was single, you know what I mean? Like
Long time.
Long.
Yeah,
He makes sure to
yeah.
reiterate that.
if I was just smashing a chick, I mean, we would have a drink or something. You know what I'm saying? Like before we get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like afterwards, if we did it, I'm a chef. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna cook something to eat. I make cookies to eat. I'm not gonna buy flowers and no candy or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But a drink and some food, I feel that's sufficient. You know what I'm saying? Like that's nothing too
Give her the
too
fuel
crazy.
she needs to.
I have to cook, so my food may make you fall in love with me, but
Oh,
that's
wow.
not my intent.
Look, do you guys
Oh,
see
wow.
how he's
It's just a
venomously shaking his head? Like, absolutely not. Not even a glass of water.
What
they know
if
my
she's
feel.
thirsty?
They know my feelings on this. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
Bring peanut
I know
butter.
it's gross.
Bring up peanut butter and jelly sandwich with you. You all set?
I got a pack of lunch.
Can I at least give her some fruit?
Come on, man.
Can I at least give her some fruit snacks?
Knock it off.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Not the dick.
Nah,
Nothing.
I'm
but
not.
the
I'm
dick.
not doing it like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't.
Niggas is just horrible.
Selfish.
Yeah, that's
Very
wow.
selfish. So she can't fall in love with the dick?
You. It's amazing how many
Right.
times dudes be confused later about why women are falling in love with them and bringing drama to their house. And it's funny because we say that as men, we talk about that stuff all the time. Like, yo, why that chick being so extra towards you, B? Not knowing that you fucked her and you leave all that shit alone, man. And you won't have to deal with none of these problems in the back end. None of them. Promise you. You
You
welcome
sound like a
problems.
wuss right
You
now.
bring problems to you. Nah, man. We had enough time in the game. You had enough time before you settled down to knock down whatever you wanted, right? When you decided to get with a woman, do that. Like, come on, man.
Well,
We happy with the
Hot Sauce,
situation.
you're muted. Hot Sauce, you're muted.
That's why he's married.
No, I was like, that sounds very decent.
That sounds logical to me too. That sounds very logical to me too.
How did y'all know? How did y'all know? Because I feel like women, like for me, I'm not gonna say women. For me, I feel like men literally know when somebody is worth their everything. And then oftentimes you could be everything to that man, but you are not the one for him. You're doing all the things, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but you're not the one, so he's not going to choose you. How did you guys know that your woman was the one?
First of all, you didn't have to crumble my heart with that question. First of all.
I mean, I come on my own heart because I'm a pretty cool fucking chick. I should be married with a family and
I need to call
band.
my therapist after tonight. This is
You
too
know?
much. The roll again. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys.
So how did you guys absolutely know? And I know for, like, Jermaine's really, really in love right now. And
Here we go.
So you guys, how did you know? You said that you just you said that you saw her, you was immediately attracted to her, but like after the first date, what was it that you were like, yo, I love her. She's my girl.
I told her that I just got an LLC on business, and I actually wanted to talk to you because I saw your post about LLCs the other day. And she was just like, yo, like, I want to take you out to dinner for that. Like, that's a big thing. Because I wasn't really looking at it like it was a big deal. But she was like, yo, nah, I want to take you out to dinner. Like, that's a big thing. We need to celebrate that. I didn't look at the way she did. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she was like, yo, no, let's go out to eat. I got you. You know what I mean? I'm paying for dinner and everything. I was like, I was like, okay. I was like, all right,
What's
different.
up?
You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying to say you,
I'm gonna
ladies.
try that one. Oh, but I did
Celebrate your thing.
on my first day the other day. I paid.
You did?
I did.
Because this is major for hot sauce. This is fucking major, bitch.
Yo,
Wait,
yo,
what?
I've tuned into a couple of shows where hot sauce was
Exactly.
like, get that the fuck out of here.
Thank you. She was
Now all of a
adamant.
sudden,
With all due respect,
I love it.
it
What's the certain
it
change?
was payment for a service. So
Oh.
Jesus.
Let me take my clap back. Can I take my clap back?
Here I
Outta
was like,
here.
oh my god, it's
Like-
finally evolved.
but he did offer to pay, and usually I would be like, go for it, motherfucker. But this time I was like, nah, I got you. I said I would. So even though you offered to pay, thank you, but no thanks. But because he's such a gentleman, he actually insisted on paying the tip, which was really kind of dope. So I'm excited about that. You see me out here changing? I'm about to be a wife.
Hold up a second.
Oh Lord.
Did you invite him out or did he invite you out?
I invited him out.
So you were supposed to pay.
Yeah, basically.
yeah.
Cut it out, y'all. Cut it out, y'all. Cut it out. Cut it out.
What do you mean I'm supposed to pay?
You asked him
Usually,
out.
yeah.
He
No.
did the right thing. He offered to pay because he's a gentleman, and you did the noble thing, and you took care because you said you would.
No. Even if you ask the man out, he still gotta pay.
Oh, I mean, all right.
Nah.
So she's still
Why not?
involved. Cool.
Why
I mean, as a man, I'm expected to pay regardless. But
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I want to see how far you trying to take it.
So that's where it kind of comes down to. Did we lose one?
Yeah, you lost one.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
No.
What
Did
happened?
did I upset her or something?
Damn.
Oh, there
Oh,
she
there she
is.
goes.
There we go.
Had to do research.
I think okay. So logically, right? If I invite somebody out, I should pay. But as a woman, if I invite a man out and he allows me to pay, that too is a problem for me. I'm not gonna pay. He's at least got it. I've got to at least see his all the way effort that he's willing to take out his card, not pump fake it, but take out his whole card and hand it to the lady where I can then swoop in like a superhero and be like, no.
Your money's no good here.
And then he's supposed to say, absolutely not. I won't allow you to pay. And then he pays and then we get married.
Wow.
That's fair.
That's all around.
That's fair.
So there's a couple of points there, right? So, and fellas, get a pen. I want you to make sure you get this down. So the first part about this is that
She'll write this.
you paying for the lunch. It's not about the motherfucking lunch, right? Any bozo could pay for a lunch, right? It's about you showing the woman that, yo, I got you. I can provide for the things that you need or desire. Like that's the point of you. That's what you're showing her when you're like, yo, put your wallet away. Don't embarrass me in here. You know what I mean? Like I got it. Now the woman walk away saying, okay, well, he can take care of my needs. That's what you're there for.
He could be my side piece.
No, and this is why I was about to get into that.
Exactly.
Because the problem with that is you can't show that energy to side pieces. You show that energy to women that you want to be with.
Okay.
You're not there to take care of a side piece, bitch. Don't show her that energy.
The issue is that what I am seeing from my toxic group on the Facebook is that most men, so I see from the men that we get to survey daily, is that men don't want to be men anymore. They almost want to be ladies. They want to be provided for. They want to be told that they are handsome today, every single time. They want good morning text. They want you to pay for their meal, and they want you to wipe their ass. So tell me, what is the disconnect?
And be their therapist.
And be their therapist. What is the disconnect? What are single women doing wrong that men don't no longer want to take on the man role?
In my opinion, women have two jobs, right? and it's pretty simple concept. You got to drain my balls and fill my belly. That's it.
That's what I've always learned in life.
That's it.
Keep his balls empty and his belly full.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not. I was just really leaning in for some like profound moment.
It's really
but
not because I got everything else. I got everything else.
I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that.
So what about from the rest of you guys? What do you guys think is the disconnect here between men wanting so hard to profess masculinity, but don't want to act like men? So tell me.
I just need my balls drained. I'll make sure your belly's full. Y'all go in that department, but just make sure, you know what I mean? Take care of me. I'll take care of you.
Be a slut. So we pretty much pretty much be a slut is what I'm hearing. Yeah, right.
And not be a one, be my slut.
Be and the slut. You got to be the top slut. You know what I mean?
I like it. I mean, it seems easy enough, but it doesn't seem like that's what.
It doesn't seem to work, right? That doesn't really seem to work for me.
Jill Badu is literally going on dates with 2-year-olds, and so many other things. What was the last thing that happened? This last one. Oh yeah, no communication. And these happen with younger and older men, and I just feel like I don't know what to do. I'm so tired.
So let's go back. Let's go back for a second because the question was. Give me the question again.
He's like, let's take it back.
Why do you think that men are fighting so hard for masculinity but don't want to be men?
They're lazy.
No, bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. The answer is that women fight back against what we're trying to deliver. That's the answer to the question. Man, get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about, B? We're going to have to have a conversation offline, dog.
A lot of masculine women out there, man.
Yo,
there are.
As a man, you're going in to be head of household. You're going in there to kind of lay out a plan for you and your lady. If a woman starts giving you pushback against that, a lot of men are like, okay, well, I don't know how to handle this. I'm confused.
You see how
weak ass men.
But nah, Charlie, because you see how amazed we were at the fact that a man planned a date. So I understand maybe in y'all circle, y'all experience men that show up that want to be the provider, that want to be that. But a lot of my experiences, motherfuckers like, can I come over to chill? Can I come over to kick it? Ain't nobody trying to actually step up and be a man.
Let's link up.
Can we link up? Can we grab a drink and then you come to my house or I come to your house? No, I'm not doing any of these things. I have to have debates on who's going on dates. I have to explain my case on why I believe we should go on a date. Like this is usually our experience as single women right now. So I mean, huh? You said that's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's terrible. Like it's a borderline abusive out here. Like I don't know what. Like I said earlier, like I feel like married men and men in a relationship often have the most to say about single women and what we're not doing, what we should be doing, and blah blah blah. But even when you do all of the things that you're supposed to do, even when you let a man lead and you drain his balls and empty his stomach, it's almost like you're taking it like
it leads you right to hell.
Men feel entitled to that shit. Like just because you're doing everything for me, I still don't have to do anything for you. I don't like it. That shit bothers me, and I'm trying to ask the experts that have come out the game and have found good, loving relationships. What should we be doing? How does it work? What should we do?
How do we get a man, boss?
Where do we go to find them? I can't sell candy. My child don't sell no candy. Black Planet's still laying around. I work from home, and I didn't go on a cruise all last year, so I can't find nobody to tell me what I got to do. I got to go to the grocery store. Y'all all seem to have very different stories about how you find the person, and I'm like, I be at all of these places and I can't find them.
Don't ever happen like that.
Well, the thing is, what I'm saying and what Chuck's saying, we're both right. We're just on two different ends of the spectrum, right? What Chuck is saying is when he's made the decision to settle down with somebody exclusively. What I'm saying is at the beginning stage, the men's seemingly as of late are more lazy in terms of the effort they're putting in to get to that later stage that Chuck's talking about, right? So, I think it's society. I mean, some people
social media.
Yeah, some people are born followers and some people are born leaders, and we have a society full of followers that are just going around with the trend on, looking out for themselves and not for the ones that they should be looking after.
I mean, that kind of links back to that first question. Like, are you where are the OGs at that are kind of in these groups or on these social medias showing a different way? Because I feel
They're
like
very
they're
quiet.
coming off of something, and I don't know what it is.
They're all married and taken.
Because the men that are married and taken in relationships don't behave like this. They're not out here being like, no, she got to pay for the date, and I want to know time that y'all are not experiencing that. Like I said, I find that when these questions arise, it's almost like taking men or men in relationship kind of feed the nonsense that the other guys I say you guys kind of feed into that, and I don't know why. I'm confused. I need y'all to be more vocal about being men, like being men.
So I'm very vocal about that specific conversation. I'm always involved in those conversations.
I can see that.
but I'm vocal to the point where I don't mind telling the ladies, yo, listen, this is what it takes for you to get from A to Z. And women don't want to hear that shit. Oh no, nigga, fuck you. You don't know shit.
I want to know that.
I get pushback every day about that. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, listen, you want to be a wife?
Nah.
It's dope to be a wife. First off, you gotta knock down some of that testosterone level you got. Like that's you a little rough out here, B. And nah, nigga, you don't know shit. Okay, well, stay single. And that's the energy I get, and I go on to the next conversation. But
what if you don't want the same treatment that you speak of? What's that mean? Expound, Richard. Yeah. I mean Richmond.
What that means.
Yeah. No, I do agree with you guys too, where there's a lot of masculine women out here too that are not allowing women to lead, women that are not allowing men to lead in a certain way. What does that look like when you guys say masculine women? What does that look like? What do you see out here when you guys are looking at these single women and you're like, that's why she's single?
Maine, what do you think?
Mouth first and foremost.
Facts.
Yeah, how she
What'd you say? That mouth?
I missed it.
Yeah, that mouth, man. That mouth. That mouth tells it all.
Not necessarily her.
No, I get what he means. I get what he means.
Yeah. How you yourself, you know what I mean?
So I mean,
how she speaks. That's why I just say specifically instead of saying that mouth. That's a segue for something else.
I know, for something nasty. We get it. But I mean, as somebody who continuously jokes around and calls herself a real ass nigga trapped in a woman's body, right? Because I grew up with two older brothers. I'm the only girl, so the only way I feel comfortable is talking a little bit aggressive. Not necessarily, but if I'm with a man, I know 100% how to, take my I won't say turn it off because it's just part of me, but I know how to tone it down. I'm not going to disrespect the man that's in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm still a real ass nigga. No,
a lot of women say that. A lot of women say that until a real life situation happens, and then your natural instincts kick in.
I've never been the type of disrespect, but I'm aggressive, but I've never been the type of disrespect, even in tough when the fire's on the, you know what I'm saying, when shit's crazy. I don't subscribe to that.
It goes back to Sauce's question earlier, where she was saying what did Ant use to define what his wife was, what his perfect woman was, right? Mm-hmm. And men could pick that shit up really quickly if I'm like, hey, why are we disconnected on this? Well, nigga, we disconnected because, okay, well, that energy just moved you from wife conversation to some broad I see on Thursday. You see the difference? Like, if you're giving me the wrong energy, that's now I got to put you in a different kind of conversation.
Exactly.
Okay.
What you trying to say? At me, though.
I definitely will pop. I won't be disrespectful, but I pop. I'm not gonna act like I'm docile out here. I'm not docile.
Despite what people do, no, that's funny because I do get that a lot because of what people see of me online. They were like, "Oh," but I'm also like 2'9". So if you guys are intimidated by that, then that's not my problem. But like how I am online because I have to be entertaining is how I am online. But like when these doors is closed, I'm a pussy. Oh my god, it's so terrible. It's so sad. I feel like, you're a bitch. No, but I don't. I feel like that. I don't feel like that has. Again, men know what they want and they will be with who they want. So it really doesn't matter how a woman comes off or how aggressive she is. There's somebody out there that's like, yo, I love that shit, yo. Yo, she's mad aggressive. I want to wife her. And then there's other men like, oh no. So then that really depends on what kind of person you're into, right?
Yeah.
But when you're there's only so much aggression that can be in a relationship, right? So if you're carrying 60% of it, he's gonna be 40%. And then you're gonna label him soft. You see what I'm saying? That's what you were talking about earlier, where how come they acting like women? Because you got all the energy. You know what I mean? So both of y'all can't have masculine energy. So
he just gotta have more masculine energy than me. That's just it.
He gotta have he is a male, so he's supposed to have more masculine energy than me. If I'm coming with a little energy, that shouldn't be able to overpower you as a man.
Or even rattle you.
Not what you want, and then you got to know that that's not what you want and not deal with it. But you can't be like, yo, I don't like an aggressive woman, when there's literally somebody who's like, yo, I only want an aggressive woman.
Yeah, but that might be a softer man. That's all I'm saying.
What is your wife like? Like, are you guys opposites or you're almost like the same? Because we've seen them both ways. Opposites attract, and then sometimes you just want to be with the same person.
Be with yourself.
Yeah. Another person.
Yeah, no. Mine's the exact opposite. Like, I do all the talking.
Really?
Yeah, I do all the talking.
Dude, not so,
all of that. Quiet, I have to try to pull conversations out of her. You know what I mean? It's just different. And it's funny because while I talk to Ed about it all the time, his house is the exact opposite of my house, right? So
I was literally about to say that.
Yeah.
So, and not to cut you off, but like Hightower, you seem extremely calm all the time. Like, I've tuned into the podcast, the rest of them are going at it, and you're just like,
I'm just here.
This conversation, but I sit back and chill. Like, is your wife the polar opposite of you, or is she more subdued like you?
No, she's definitely the opposite of me. I think my calmness and mellow vibe can kind of drive her insane a little bit. If situations cause for me to like react and I don't, then it's like, oh, okay, well, you're not helping the situation. I'm like, I actually am helping the situation. Just relax, But it is what it is,
I hate that shit.
Sometimes I need that fire energy right back. Like, yo, babe, this happened. I'm mad. You're like, okay, calm down.
But see, the thing that
get mad.
Somebody's got to calm it down.
The thing for me is, it's like there is no middle ground, right? So I'm either like calm like this,
oh, you right,
or you got to hold me with like for a dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there really is no middle ground, and I told her from day one, I'm like, listen, I'm chill, but I don't play around with my people I love. So if it gets to that point, it's gonna be trouble. So get bail money, whatever. I got you know what I mean. I got numbers to call if I phone a friend. It gets real. So I got to keep it mellow because it's not a good place to be in.
Yeah, that totally resonates with me. You don't want me out of this space because
yes,
that person is not good.
What do you find yourself being more attracted to? Somebody who is like you or somebody who is opposite?
I find myself not attracted to anybody because everybody's trash out here. So
I thought we were going to get an answer. I really did.
Came with like, I'm not for the bullshit, period. So I don't need everybody.
I don't like anybody.
Like, everyone is pretty hard to like. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't like somebody who's like super high energy because it feels a little bit exhausting. But well, I think that's where the balance comes in, right? Like, if we were both on high sauce energy level, like, it would just be way too much for the world. So I think it definitely provides some balance. So I guess I prefer somebody who has clearly way more energy than me, but it can't be so high energy that I'm just kind of like that I look awkward all the time because I'm so low, low energy. So I don't know, but it doesn't matter what I like because it's not going to happen because I'm cursed. So there's that.
Are you picky, Jill?
Picky?
No,
I date everyone.
she literally.
Literally.
She just went on a date with a 2-year-old.
Wait, that sounds real crazy. That sounds crazy.
Picky where? Picky where?
We gotta make sure we clean that up. That sounds crazy.
What's with the 2-year-old thing? That's been mentioned like a couple of times. Like,
You missed it.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah,
that was from last week. The gentleman who I was supposed to go on a first date with called me like a couple of days before our date and was like, "Oh, so who's gonna pay for the date?" And I was like, "What?"
Somebody asked that?
Like,
You heard
yeah.
that.
A couple of days before you're asking who's gonna pay for the date.
We don't do that around here. Yeah, you should have just. Yeah.
I was like, I don't understand. Why is this even a question? And he was like, well, because my son's coming. And I was like,
So then you pay for your son.
why is your son coming on our date?
Why is
your son coming? Why is your son coming on the date?
I don't date children. Like, this is weird. I'm not doing this with you. Like, that seemed like a no-brainer. But yeah, so clearly I'm not picky.
Not at all.
It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a rough world out here. It's rough out here.
Yo, the bonus to even call a couple days before a date and ask and pose that kind of question is wild.
Because my son is coming.
Because my son is coming.
I honestly don't even understand the question as a whole because who's paying for the date because my son is coming. So if he wasn't coming, that would change the outcome of who's paying for the date. What I don't understand, what? Like, was he gonna pay? Was he an option to pay the 2-year-old?
I think he was saying like, okay, so I got to bring my son. I'm only gonna be able to feed me and my son, so I have to have this conversation now.
Yeah, he might as well. Wow. Yeah,
it's crazy.
So either you pay for all three of us,
or
I'll
pay for yourself,
for me and him, and you pay for yourself.
Wait, who paid for the date?
It didn't happen, sir. I'm not with your 2-year-old.
Good job, Jill. Good job.
That's weird.
You guys could have simply left the 2-year-old in the car.
Wow.
With the windows cracked.
With the windows cracked. And a little music playing.
I'm a whole mandated reporter in the streets.
Okay. Park the car in front of the window that you guys would be sitting at so you can see him and wave to him. And then that's
outdoor seating. Right.
And leave some food snacks in there.
On repeat. Baby Shark on repeat.
Yeah.
Always puts the baby where they need to be. That's it.
Or we could just not go out because that
works.
Yeah. I was about to say, how would you felt if he had canceled and said, I got my son tonight. You know what I'm saying? We can't.
That's fine.
We can't go out. That would have been perfect. Right?
I get it. Like, I'm a parent. I'm somebody's mother also, and so like I get it. Babysitters fall through, and he was like, "Do you know how hard it is to get a babysitter on a Thursday night?"
Yes, I do.
I'm a parent.
I do. I would have understood that if you said, "Hey, I can't find a babysitter on a Thursday night. Is there another night that you're available?" Then we could have negotiated something. But to assume that I wanted your 2-year-old on our date, that's weird.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
See,
crazy.
this is what we're out here dealing with, and nobody even cares. Nobody even cares.
Like, I'm not bringing my daughter I'm not bringing my daughter on a date like with nobody, like none of that. I know when I had a conversation when I broke my daughter that I was dating someone else, like it wasn't her mom.
Audio breaking up, okay?
Yeah, audio breaking up.
I stole the internet today, so I don't have these problems.
Wow. Hey, Jill, let me ask you a question while I have you, while we get Maine back.
Well, I have you.
Yes, Mr. Hustle.
Would you label yourself a strong, independent Black woman?
I would label myself a Black woman.
So the strong, independent you don't put, right?
Huh?
Those
are not words that I would use to identify myself. I just identify with being a woman who is also Black. That's it.
Okay. So
I'm interested about the correlation between difficulties finding relationships in women who label themselves strong, independent. I've always found a disconnect with that, and I'm trying to get more information on that. So
now that you asked it, you define it. Like, does that seem kind of turn offy to you if that's how a woman labels herself?
It does.
Why?
It does to me, because I think all the guys here will tell you that part of our wish list is that we want a woman that needs us. We want a woman that kind of needs our energy, needs us to be there. You know what I mean? We don't want you to be able to do it by yourself. We want you to kind of lean on us a little bit. That's our role.
What if you're independent by default?
Exactly. Like, what's
you have no other choice?
Because I'm single, I don't have the option to not be independent. I don't have the option to not be strong. Like, I have no choice. Now, if I have a man in my life, absolutely, I will defer to you being all of those things and take that off my plate. I don't want to be independent.
No.
I want to be all the dependent. I want to be somebody's dependent. Okay, like literally. What
She said, "Claim me on my taxes."
On the taxes,
please pay this mortgage. I need you. I do.
When Charles said feminism, I don't like to identify with feminism for that same reason, because yes, I want to have equal pay. Like, if we're doing the same job, we should get paid the same. Yeah. I don't want you to feel like you can talk down to me. I don't want you to sexually harass me. Those are just very basic
general human things.
And I don't even think that you should even label them as feminism or anything like that. But there are some cases where it's like, yes, I'm a strong Black woman. It's what I do. That's just who I am. That's how I was built. But when I come home, I don't want to be a strong anything. I don't want to do anything but sit here. And if you want us to buy a house, then put it on. Then we can do that. Like, whatever you want, just pass it through me. Make it make sense. And we can do it. I don't want to make the decisions all the time. I don't want to be the person that is literally like, like, we got to do this and we got to do that. Nah, my nigga, do you lead the household? Lead it.
And can we talk about another level to it, too, also? Because I think a lot of guys run into this brick wall when it comes to the independent Black woman, because there is a level that you kind of have to be on in order for this woman who's been able to take care of herself for so long to be able to feel okay with trusting you with doing these things. So it's not just necessarily pushback because we feel like we can do it ourselves. It's, you haven't shown me necessarily that you are capable of leading me better than I've led myself thus far, if that makes sense.
I like that you just went there. So we're going to take a quick little switcheroo. And I did come across this this question in one of the groups that I'm in today. Shout outs to Jen, I think was her name. And she writes, "Happy Friday, ladies. Once again, I need some language. At 55, I'm no longer willing to do struggle loves. My almost potential new friend is 56 and doesn't even have a savings account. He can't go out on a Wednesday and can't buy a $200 airline ticket today because he got bills to pay. I need to let him know that I feel we don't manage our money the same, so we won't work out."
Fuck out.
Yeah.
What do you do with that situation? Like, what are you supposed? Is she supposed to, stay by so that he could potentially feel some type of that she can teach him? Like last week, Jill was talking about she don't have the time to be teaching anybody about credit. I mean, do you have the time to at least teach somebody about having a savings account?
At 56 years old?
Nah, that's too late. Way too late. Get him the fuck out of here.
You see my face, I'm like, bruh, 56?
So how would you guys tell her to have that conversation? Because I know a lot of women have a lot of problems with letting people down because we don't want to hurt their feelings. Men are like, y'all don't be giving us no chance. Hey, you want this, you want that, you want this. But you're 56 years old. You can't go out on Wednesday for some unknown reason. And you can't afford $200 plane ticket for us to go somewhere. And you don't have a savings account at the age of 56. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? The fact that she said that he's her almost boo is perturbing to me, because why is he your almost anything? He can't do anything for you.
Well, so this is the thing, right? Like, where do you draw the line, right? Like, if you can't help me out financially, do I say, okay, that's fine, You bring the dick, you bring the companionship, and those things are fine? Or do I walk away and say, hey, you're not bringing enough to this table in order for it to be equitable? So like, I feel like we have no options as single Black women. I don't care what age range you're in. It feels like those are your only options. You're either going to do the struggle love or you're going to be single. That's it.
Same. I totally agree. Any advice?
That situation you just walk away from, though, because you're getting red flags like ahead of time.
But how do you
Yeah.
have that
And,
conversation with him?
Wait, I got to see why Charlie's having a conniption. We got to figure out why Charlie's
You
having
be
a
direct.
conniption.
You be direct. What's the
Okay,
problem?
Yo, this, Henny and Hotwings, I apologize. This ain't the first time my brother Maine has been wrong. It ain't gonna be the last time Maine is wrong. What Sauce just read here was a spectacular piece. Let me give you the 3 key words in it, right? Pay, buy, savings, right? So she's building her love life around finances. That's already ass backwards to begin with. So you need to go into a relationship trying to build a connection. How about that? Trying to go into it and build a friendship. If you can start doing that shit and build your foundation correctly, the money shit will work itself out. But if you're going into this looking at his wallet, get you the fuck out of here. She deserves to be single with that forever.
Wow. Forever?
We don't know if those are in there. We just telling one part of the story, though. We don't know if those other parts are already.
She wrote in with these specific words, man. She said bills, pay, buy, savings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you laugh, bitch? Are you happy around this motherfucker?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's real. That's real.
Shit, man. Fuck out of here,
man. Yo, that's real shit, though. That's real.
Oh my gosh.
That's real shit.
There has to be a reason.
But I mean, is it even though I get what you're saying 100%, Chuck, we definitely need to focus on, do we have a good connection first, right? But at a certain age in life, though, doesn't finances play a role?
Well, that's what she said. They don't seem like they're on the same kind of trajectory when it comes to retirement, right? Like, I think that makes perfect sense if you're planning for the future, no? To think about well, is this somebody that I can actually, have a maintain my current lifestyle with? So I think it comes down to lifestyle, right? Like, if you're somebody who's an avid saver, who understands, who lives your life as a grown up, and you're with somebody who can't do any of those things, the options are either you're going to be paying $400 now because he can't afford his $200. You got to pay for yours and his, and you have to pay for everything because of the fact that he can't afford it. So what do you do? How does that work? I feel like that's a formula for future disaster. And I think she's trying to be preventative. Like, why would I stay with somebody whose lifestyle is so completely different from mine? Like, I enjoy traveling. I have a passport, and here's somebody who can't, even afford a trip to Miami. Like that. There's no balance there. So I don't think that it's wrong. Like, I'm sure they have a great connection, because if he's her almost bae, he's her almost bae, I think it's because of the fact that she enjoys his company, and that's why she's like, oh my gosh, I really like this dude. Our vibe is really great, but here are these other things that I think makes it really hard for me to see any future with this person, because they don't have a stable financial future. And I think for women, we all approach every partnership with that in mind. Like, is this somebody that can provide for me? For the same reasons that you said, when you go on a date with a woman, you do pay for it because you want to show her that you're able to provide for her. So it's the same exact thing. If I'm dating some dude, yeah, the connection may be dope, the sex may be great, but then can you provide for me? Once we get to question number 3, if the answer is no, what do I do with that? I'm supposed to just be like, it's okay. Our vibe is great. I laugh with you, so therefore we'll be fine. I don't think it's going to take care of itself.
And that's the exact definition of struggle love, because you are in love. You're laughing. You're smiling.
We laugh all the time.
You're doing all the things. But we can't go to Wahlburgers because it's not your pay week.
We're laughing to the poorhouse.
It's a burger. My nigga, it's a burger. You can buy me a burger? Damn.
Every relationship is building. Everyone, 100% relationships, they're gonna build and grow into something more, and grow into something probably you didn't think was gonna happen, right? And so in this case, again, and I'm big on seeing the exact words that are always provided. So I'm glad that you guys provided this. But there's some key words that are red flags to me that I think we're skipping over here. So she used phrases like no longer willing, almost potential. You don't sound as though you happy. You don't sound as though this is the type of relationship for you. No longer willing? If you was happy,
based on her age, based on 56, and the dude doesn't have a savings account, that's not a red flag. Like that would be concerning to anybody who's adulting. Like if I'm adulting properly, like I'm concerned if you don't have a savings account at 56 years old.
I mean, if we're looking at what we're saying, we want the man to be the leader, the one that's supposed to, show us the way, so to speak. How can I trust that? Like I just said before, how as a woman who's a saver, who's a person who's created a foundation for myself, supposed to trust somebody at 56, not having any foundation at all for themselves.
56.
Did he just come home or something?
Red flag. That's a huge red flag. And it's not necessarily like you're not worthy of love because you don't have a savings account. It's I'm concerned about your planning, your ability to lead as my partner. That's what it is. I'm concerned about that.
And we talk about this in our personal lives, right? And we talk about the term head of household. And the term head of household just means that the woman has provided you the ability to guide their relationship so long as you are keeping their needs in mind, right? That's how we define the term head of household, right? Yep. So in this case, it just seems like he needs... So there are some men who are born with that. There's some niggas who be like, baby, I got this. Here's the line. Here's what we're going to do. But then there's some of the dudes, no knock on those dudes at all, that kind of need you to help paint the picture of what that looks like. Right? And so in this case, damn, he's doing everything he can. It just so happens that he works down at McDonald's on part-time because that's all he can get. Who knows the situation financially, right? But damn it, if he's not giving you 100%. And that's the core of the relationship. Everything else outside of that, you can help him build. You know what I mean? Damn, babe, we can't go to motherfucking Miami this weekend, but we're going to have a motherfucking ball.
What if we can't even do that?
No, we're going to Franklin Park. We're going to do that. We're gonna have some great days.
Right. All you need is like $10. Go to Dollar Tree or something. Right. You can make it happen.
I can't go to Jamaica Pond. I'm good money. You see what I'm saying? Until 6 months down the line, 8 months down the line, you've taught me, oh shit, a savings account is important. That's dope. Now, babe, you know what? Get Jamaica Pond the fuck out of here. We going to Cancun. Oh shit. Now the panties is wet because now he gets it. You see what I'm saying? And that's you've helped build and cultivate that. Now you're more invested in the situation.
I gotta do that shit at 56.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible.
That sucks. But she's 55. She's single for a reason. That's
a valid point. That's a valid point.
Touche. I mean, I missed some of the conversation because I've had to go be a parent. But I just feel like, isn't a savings account something super basic though? Is that not like, how do you cash your checks? Like no direct deposit, none of those things. Those things are not important, or they should not be important that you don't have direct deposit.
I know some OGs that don't like them.
Because they hide their money under their mattress or something?
Well, there's all kind of cases, what are you dealing with old drug dealers and shit like that who don't want to put their money in banks? There's some cases like that.
That's where I keep my money. Shit, let me just be under my... No, I don't got no money. But still. No, I mean, if that's the thing, so basically women are supposed to kind of just deal with whatever comes their way as long as they're happy.
Be happy, man. Isn't that the number one goal here? Everything else will work itself out. Be happy. If you didn't choose a man who got a head of household plan for you, then help him build one.
But is that peace of mind?
Explain.
Well, yeah.
I mean, is that peace of mind? I mean, like if she's still having these issues, I mean, then she's not content. There's some disturbance there. She doesn't have peace of mind.
Because she's always going to be worried about finances. Like while she's sitting there waiting for him to get to where he needs to be, she's always going to be literally thinking about all of the things that, like, the world runs on money, right? No.
She might
I mean, I
The
feel
world
like
does, happiness doesn't.
no, but I feel like nothing dries up a vagina like a nigga who can't, pay for your birthday dinner.
That's just real facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's just real facts.
Like it automatically dries shit up. So like I think that there's a real correlation between dudes being able to provide and protect and how much pussy you get, right? Like there's a direct correlation. You're providing, you're protecting, you're getting all the pussy. Your thing is gonna stay drained. Like, cause what am I worried about, right? Like you got this. But the moment I have to take on that burden,
dry up.
My vagina somehow just doesn't work anymore because I'm now having to carry that load, which I don't think is natural for me to have to carry. I don't want to.
Just reading the story.
You don't want me to be strong. You don't want me to be independent, but yet you can't provide for us, and I have to provide for myself and possibly you because you can't do it. And then you still want me to. Come on, like, what do y'all want from us? This is crazy.
No, Imani DJ says so. Money's equivalent. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
There are numerous songs about money making a woman come. Like literally, the more money you have, and not saying that that's the end all to be all, but if you can at least take care of us at a very basic level, then yes, it definitely is KY. It's 100% KY.
Yeah.
They wag to you.
That's true.
Like, come on. Like, if I'm constantly thinking about the fact that we're in a financial, I mean, everybody who has been in a financial like fuck has felt very depressed. You're very motivated to do anything. You are sad. You're not in a good mood. So if that's always the dynamics, yes, we can laugh and shit like that. But if the dynamic, the underlying dynamic is that I'm worried about the next day or the next time that we're doing something. It's now winter. We can't go to the Boston Commons or Franklin Park. We can't do anything. Now we're in the house sitting in front of each other all motherfucking day. And you can't do that. We can't even order no Uber Eats. You ain't got no money. Like, I'm not gonna be willing to, drain your balls at that point. I don't want to. I just literally had to scrape up the house for some change to buy some pizza.
I drain my accounts. I can't drain your balls. I can't do that too.
Bingo.
That's why I said it's time to go now. It's time to go.
Exactly. So that's why
yeah,
you gotta know it's like this is just not the right connection for me. Like, and I understand what you're saying. Again, Charlie, I get it. If happiness is the goal, but there is a certain level, like I said, if women are looking for people to be able to take care and lead, there's certain financial things that you have to have in order to show that you're capable of doing so. Like, that's just the bottom line.
And I don't want it to get mixed up with, like, if he comes across hard times.
Yeah.
He's betwixt jobs. And he's been going on interviews and he can't find. So right now he's a little bit of financially burdened. Yeah. But if you legit live your life financially burdened with no hopes of increasing that, then what are we doing? What are we doing here? You're not a man. You're a baby. And I don't want to talk. I don't want to take care of you. I already have a son. Why I got to take care of your ass too? That's not fair to me.
One thing I can promise you is that myself and Aunt were both fixer-uppers going into marriage. You see what I'm saying? And it took some guidance from who we wanted to be with. It took some cultivation from when we started to where we are now. And I'm sure Maine and Little will embark on that same type of path, is that once you start working down that ladder, there's some growth that comes with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what I would hope that you ladies would want to do.
How old were you when you got married?
35.
In Hightower, how old were you?
30.
I don't think that they make them like that anymore, though. I think that there was
here's the thing.
age at some point that is not like both Charlie and Hightower seem to be there, and the rest of you seem to be very, very like on point about being a man. And I feel like there was a cutoff. You guys are all men of a certain age, so I feel like there was a cutoff, like right after your generation, that isn't no, because I date men that age, and they
But see, here's the key, Sauce, is that at 35, I'm sure she had a whole different opinion about who I was than who I am right now. You know what I mean? And maybe my head of household plan wasn't the best at 35. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she didn't say, well, nigga, you ain't making enough money, so get you the fuck out of here. She's like, you know what? You make me laugh and the sex is good. Let's work. Let's build. Let's see what we can get done. And through cultivation, we end up where we are now.
Yep.
It takes that. We ain't ready made. Because everybody's individuals. Everybody's specific. So we got to build to what you need.
No, I get that. I guess the example that was given was so drastic to me, though. I guess the ages of being 56 and not having a savings account. Like, if you have potential, that's what I mean. You don't necessarily have to have it all together. At least show me that you have some potential.
A
plan, something. You know what I mean? But if you at 56 don't even have a savings account, how can you present to me a plan?
You can't.
That's where. So I just want to take it back to how drastic that example was. But I get what you're saying, Charlie. Like, nobody shows up to the table already got it together. You kind of have to eventually work together and build to what you exactly want to be. But you got to show some potential, though. Like, there's got to be potential.
But you guys seem to want to give a longer leash to a nigga who came to you with 6 figures, but he missed all the important shit in relationship building.
That's
because he could pay your bills and he got you. Like,
I don't feel like that's true. I feel like that's a very big misconception about what women want, and I don't think that a woman's gonna be like, he's a high figure man, but he's an asshole. But I'll stay.
I'm gonna stick with it.
I don't like to subscribe to that. I feel like there's got to be like you could be again on the down end of things in life right now, but you're working towards something. You literally have a plan about getting somewhere versus, you want me to go through struggle love until you figure it out. And then by the time you figure it out, I should be happy that you figured it out. I don't think that's
until we figured it out.
That's when am I supposed? So I'm just supposed to kind of stick around until you figure it out?
Why is it? No, it's we. If we're building something together, how would it just be me?
But if I'm already almost built, or if I am built or almost already built, and you're just literally starting to be built, I think that, there is some leeway around. There's some gray area that you might like, this dude got super potential. He's really great, whatever. But I feel like, again, back to the scenario, at the age of 56, I don't want to go through struggle love with you. I'm not 23 anymore where I got the time to do that. I'm literally trying to retire. I want to relax and do things, not sit here and worry about you and wait another fucking 5 years till I'm 60 to do the shit that I want. It's not fair. It's not fair.
I think I trade in all the I and start working on the weed.
That's where there is no potential at 56.
It can't be that I'm almost here. And I'm dragging that bitch. Like, it can't be that. Like, if I'm here, I need to step back a little bit so she can catch up, and I can help her catch up, and now we can win together.
Nah,
that's my goal.
Step back? What's step back?
It ain't even stepping back. It's not even stepping back. It's helping,
man. Not at 55.
Yeah, at 55, there's no potential at 55.
I don't have time to step back. I'm about to die.
Because at 55, we should be thinking about getting a little tiny red Corvette and driving around in that all the time. Not, okay, fine, I'll help you clear up your bills now. Like, I want to buy a Corvette. I don't want to pay no bills. I don't want to do that at 56 years old. See, like, even at 55.
Yeah, not
at 35, potential. Not at 55. Nah.
See, like she said, I know I deserve a good partner with emotional intelligence and financial stability. And I believe that at 55, those are the two things that you should have. That, maybe we got to work on your personality or something like that. But at 55, you should be emotionally intelligent and you should at least be financially stable. Like, come on. Like, what have you been doing the whole time? For the last fucking 56 years, what the fuck have you been doing? Nothing? Hanging out?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I feel like I'm divorced. I married when I was like 25 or whatever. And, you know, we were both fresh out of school and, you know, didn't know anything about anything. And we grew together and, you know, yeah, granted, we're not together now, but what I'm saying is like the trajectory was different. Now I'm like, I own property. Like I can't be teaching you about credit at 40 something. Like that's weird to me. And not to say that like everybody's at the same place, but like I need the playing field to be at least somewhat equal. I come on, what, like I don't think that like to even send that message, especially I feel like only Black women get sent this message that like, hey, because our Black male counterparts may not be where we are, then we should all just be like, it's okay, we'll build you up. How is that fair? I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
I don't like it here.
Whining.
Right.
Wow.
Stay with us, Jill. Stay with us.
I hate it. You know, you see, Charles is gonna have us being mean to side pieces and literally dating up until our 80s about with a nigga with potential, an 85-year-old nigga with potential. He don't got shit going for him, but I'm supposed to wait for him to the day I literally die, which is tomorrow. And
because we share good laughs.
because we laugh a lot. Nigga, I laugh with Dave Chappelle all the time on
right? I don't know this nigga
you
from a
know,
hole in the
I'm
wall.
good. I'm good. I just can't do it. If you're willing to teach them how to win, then that person may not be. If you're not willing to teach them how to win, then that person may not be for you.
Yeah, that's facts.
Not at
That's
55,
true.
man.
Not
The
at
rules-
55.
the rules change.
Charles,
You
not at
get-
55.
You get over a certain age,
When
man,
you
the rules
get
change,
past
man.
a certain age, yeah, it does change.
Like, why haven't you learned that already? That's going to be my question. At
They've
55.
never found the right person to teach them.
Yeah, but it's
So
too late.
now
It's
at
too late in the
56,
game.
Not at 55,
my
no way.
56-year-old old ass got to teach you? Like, that's not my fault that
Not at
nobody taught you in the
55,
last
cuz.
55
You know
years.
what? And I will teach you as your
Not at
friend,
55.
but I'll be damned if we're going to be together. And but I will teach you as a friend. I surely will.
And
We could
Nothing
be
wrong with that.
friends.
We can be the
Easy.
best of friends.
We could be the best of friends ever. I mean, did somebody say if he was locked up?
Whoa.
I said
He
that.
could have
Yeah.
been. He could have been locked up. Then he's got more than a lot of catching up to do. And dating should not be the first thing.
Dating is not his priority. That should not be
Yeah,
it.
he should probably try to be getting acquainted with technology and finding out what a cell phone is and how to do a Zoom call. He shouldn't be necessarily worried so much about finding a woman who could teach him about credit. There are courses and classes for that are very, very free.
Check your local public library.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna challenge that. I'm not gonna challenge that. Totally correct.
Damn, time went by dumb fast.
It does when you're
I
having
know.
fun. It does.
Okay, so this is we have a lightning round. And so I just want you guys to answer who does it best. Okay? Or who does it better, men or women? Who listens better?
Men.
We got no choice.
That's a lie from the pit of hell.
What?
That is a lie.
I'm gonna tell you why too. I'm gonna tell you why too.
What's the why?
Because women do all the talking.
Wow. That don't mean y'all are listening. That does not mean y'all are listening, though.
True. Very true.
Touche.
I know men who have perfected the art of like literally not listening.
Exactly.
All right,
That's
who
why
does
we
it better?
Okay.
Who does it better? Taking accountability.
Men. I'm gonna give that to men.
Taking accountability goes to men.
I'm not going to give it to men. Men take accountability because they literally are forced into taking accountability. Because if they weren't forced, they would never fucking do it. And that is a pure 100% child.
Well, can I just say that women, even when forced, still will not take accountability for the shit. So,
I never know what not taking accountability means. I don't understand that. Like, if I do something wrong, a woman will be like, "Oh no, you didn't do it right." Like
So,
I don't know. Yes,
there are women that, I mean, there's a lot of women that do. Don't let me not say all women, but a lot of women will deflect and deflect and deflect. So a guy will say, "You did this." Oh, well, last week you did this, and it's like, well, take accountability.
That's pretty true,
for
though.
what you did, though.
You did do that last week.
It's pretty true. You did this. Well, last week you did this, and I didn't say nothing. So let me get a block, my nigga. Like, what we doing? You get one, I get one.
Do you guys understand why we say men? Okay.
Let's not get out.
All right, who's better at apologizing?
Men.
Do
women even apologize?
There are women that apologize out there. Don't do that, high time. There
It's
are
like
women
1%.
I haven't met him.
1%.
No, not never in the history of life have I heard an apology.
I apologize as a woman. I have apologized.
I just said I'm sorry to somebody today.
No, you know what an apology is from a woman? A home cooked meal.
Or sex.
Or sex.
So what? I don't understand why you guys are saying you never.
That sounds like apologies to me. I don't understand.
Listen, come on. You literally want to hear the words "I'm sorry." I can't just feel like for what?
Because we got to do
Peace of mind. Peace of mind. To know that it exists.
So if I just said I'm sorry and just kept on watching TV, you would be fine. Versus I'm not saying I'm sorry, and now you got a home cooked meal, and I literally you touched the dangly thing in the back of my throat. Like that's not a good apology.
No, because I want to know what you're sorry for.
Ooh.
A lesson learned.
And if you can tell me what you're sorry for, then you got the lesson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry because you're mad.
No, why?
You're not making us look good right now. You're not making us look good.
I'm sorry because you seem to be upset over something that you think I intentionally
That
done
you
to hurt
think
you.
I had did.
That's not what I did. So if you feel that way, I'm sorry, but that's not what I meant. I'm sorry was in there.
Who's better at being romantic?
Women.
Men.
Bye.
Women.
Clearly, Chef Maine.
Women.
Who's better at saving money?
Men.
A 55-year-old don't even have a
Well, that's crazy.
What is it, men?
He's horrible as a person.
You know what?
He's
that might be a toss up. That has to be. That's a toss up.
I think it depends on other people.
Yeah.
Who's better at spending money?
Women.
Who's better at?
That's men because men's shit costs more than women's stuff. So technically, they be spending more.
Yes.
What about all them bags?
Oh, what item for a man costs more than
Sneakers,
clothing.
all of your clothing is mad expensive. You guys
we're
have
not sneakerheads like that.
Are you serious right now?
Yes.
Men's clothing is more expensive than women's clothing.
Women can literally get away with a $10 outfit. Men
Nah, they can. They can go to Mad Rags and
no. When's the last time you wore a $10 outfit?
All right, we're grown ass women, but that's a different story.
Okay,
but a woman can.
It's what I have on right now is a free outfit because I got it from the box at the shelter.
Henny,
so
oh wow. Oh.
Oh my god!
I wasn't ready for that.
What are you doing at the shelter?
I used to work there, and sometimes they used to have a little extra donation, so I used to like go through them and see what's popping. I got a lot of very good designer clothing from rich white women. Okay.
All right.
How you live.
Okay.
Do what you do. Who is better at being flexible?
Men.
Flexible.
How are we saying flexible? How?
Exactly. What type of flexible?
Everything.
Like rolling with the punches.
Oh.
Men.
Who is better at being broke?
Women.
Men.
Men
are better at being broke because women have conniption. We don't like it.
Yeah,
women.
Men find ways to get by. Women, nah.
We're having breakdowns. We're gonna figure it out, but we're gonna have breakdowns. You better believe it.
And back to that last one, though, I do believe that women are more flexible because we do give a lot more chances than men do. Men will be quick to cut you the fuck off. Women
I give you that.
And stay until to the last minute when they don't want to do. When you have exhausted them, that's when they will leave. And men be like, "Oh, I don't like what you did. I'm out."
Yeah, because I'm just like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, y'all are cutthroat and non-forgiving. So,
I mean, I can forgive.
You won't forget.
Nothing more forgiving than a black woman. Definitely.
Go ahead, Jill.
Who's better at taking rejection?
Men.
Women,
Men.
yeah, men. Because y'all have to do that on all the daily basis. Like, unfortunately, y'all have to do it.
Yeah.
I crumble. I do know I crumble at the thought of rejection. Like, how dare you?
And last but not least, who is better at being petty?
Women.
You know, I'm real good at being petty. I don't know.
I would say
That's
there's a
tough.
new age of men these days,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
That's
Women.
They will out petty you.
They will out petty you.
I don't know. My petty crazy.
I can feel it. I can feel that it is.
Give me an example of a petty moment.
Like,
What, a pet for me?
Yeah, from you, Mr. Petty.
Oh, actually, I'll rather not.
I said I'm not gonna
into that. I'd rather not go into that. Yes. Yeah, I'm going through it right now, so I'd rather not.
He said I'm
Currently
literally in the
being
midst
petty,
of it.
so I cannot mess this up.
No.
Women equal petty in the dictionary.
Wow.
Sammy is king. See, look at that. Sammy is king petty.
Thank you, Fabian. You know, she's the head of the household, so you know.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, B. Watch your mouth.
Isn't that your wife, Charlie?
Yes.
Yeah. Watch your mouth. Here, come on, man.
No. Big shout outs to the wives that are listening. The reason why I was so excited to have Sparring Minds on here is because you guys all are in relationships. And as a podcast of 3 single women, it's always really kind of cool to be able to listen in on, you know, literally the opposites, men and married men at that. And you guys literally proved that to us tonight, that, you know, this conversation is a conversation that continuously needs to be had, because we obviously want to know what to do or what we shouldn't be doing, or just to fight y'all anyways. But one of the good things about y'all's podcast is that your wives are very involved, and we always see them. They're around. They're fucking hilarious. They're a lot. That would be really dope to see all of your significance on the podcast. And so that's an idea that I would like to be paid for.
Yeah, they're absolutely dope. They're very supportive.
They are. Obviously, Casey's my favorite because Casey's literally always there. Like, anytime anything's going on, she pops in like the little Homer thing. Like, she comes in and then speaks right there. I love that shit. I always count on her to pop in. So that's something that I like to watch as a dynamic on the podcast, and all the things that you guys do, from having versus parties and all kinds of stuff, and your awesome group where you guys literally spar people. And Sammy, sometimes I don't know what Mirror Time Up is saying, but it's fun.
It could be saying a lot of stuff.
I wonder what Sammy's trying to get at right now. But okay, Mirror Time's Up. I guess it is there. You know, it's there. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Tell us what you guys have going on, where we can find you, all of the things. Go for it.
Man, talk to him.
Right now, we're getting ready for the Sparring Minds retreat. That's coming up next week. We'll be in Orlando for about 5 days or so, I think.
Yeah.
Is it a couples retreat?
Yeah, it's a couples retreat.
Yeah.
I'm there a little bit earlier. I'm a little bit earlier.
Can
Ladies,
we
you
chill in
wanna
hot
go?
sauce be a
We can
throuple?
just
We
be
can
a
be a
throuple.
throuple.
I'm there Wednesday night. Yeah, I'm there Wednesday night. So Thursday to Tuesday, and it's gonna be a good time. We got some things, some theme nights going on. We got some verses going on amongst the fellas. We may even throw a scythe out there. So a couple of things we've been talking about. So it's definitely gonna be a good time. You know.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And when does season 3 start?
Season 3.
When does season 3 of Sparring Minds?
Season 3 should be coming up probably a week or two after Orlando. I believe we're gonna get started.
I think first week in June.
And we got the Sparring Minds. Yeah, and we got the Sparring Minds tape coming out. So we have a tape coming out with various Boston artists on it. Only Boston artists. So we got a whole CD coming out.
You wanna give a few names?
That's definitely something. No. We got some names out.
Oh, it's surprise. Surprise. Keep it a surprise.
Okay. Dre Rob, Dre Rob, that fam. You know what I'm
saying? That's my friend.
You know what I mean? Who else we got there? We got A-Rod, I think Champagne Rod. Me and Tara's brother is gonna be on there. Couple guys, man. Donna White, you know what I'm saying? Mike Ross, you know what I mean? Couple dudes. So we just gonna keep it like that. We don't shout no more names out, but definitely be on the lookout. That should be our Father's Day weekend. We shooting for Father's Day weekend for the Sparring Minds mixtape.
That's a good one. That's a good weekend.
Yeah.
And then
Sparring Sessions Volume 1.
Sparring Sessions Volume 1 dropping soon. Your podcast is usually on Friday nights. What time?
8 o'clock. Right before you guys at 9. Yeah.
And it better be over by 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Because y'all started at like 7 and kept on working your way up. And I was watching you. I was like, they're getting real close. Because I was like on a Wednesday. And then all of a sudden it's just like a Friday. I'm watching y'all. I keep my eye on all of the podcasts. I'll be seeing y'all.
We're trying to avoid your time slot, I promise you.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Shit. No, but yes, make sure that you guys tune into the podcast. Where can we find it? All the things that it's at.
Podcast, YouTube and Facebook, I believe. Anything else am I missing, fellas?
Right now, it's just Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, we're looking to expand to Instagram, and we're gonna start putting the audio and stuff out on SoundCloud. But for right now, it's just YouTube on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. We'll be locked in and tuned in. What about personal social medias, if you guys are allowed to have those?
Right.
Allowed.
You see all of them get offended? Do you see all of them get offended?
First, I run things here. I ain't nobody allowing me to do anything.
I'm gonna make
that's just that. That's Charles Jones's response. I just took it from him though.
Yo, you already talked about the petty shit, bro.
Here we go. Here we go.
What happened?
Here we go.
Just highlighting the petty, nigga. Like you said, you wasn't gonna give examples of how petty you are, and you've been petty ever since you said that.
I just can't wait till we get to Orlando. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
I think you guys should be vlogging your Orlando trip so that we can watch from afar, or at least go do a live there and do something. Something has to happen because I'm watching y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
We absolutely think I'm gonna talk them into vlogging the 80s, 90s party we're gonna have. So we'll
yes, that would be
we'll
dope.
Do that. Yeah, we'll do that.
Mo, where can we find you?
If you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Ms. Mophila, MZMOPHILA. You can also follow my podcast, Let's Get Naked, LEZGETNAKED, with an underscore on Instagram and Twitter, and without one on Facebook. And every single Sunday night, you can catch me 9 to 11 p.m. on Sultry Sundays on Big City Radio's 88.5.
Wow, you're busy.
I'm busy.
You're real busy.
All right.
And Jill, let them know where they can find you, boo.
You can find me at Jill_Badu on Instagram. Other than that, I'm out here in these dating streets being miserable. So,
wow,
$40 to get you far.
God damn!
What is wrong with this man?
Strive for a nice 56-year-old without a bank account, and you'll be just fine.
Perfect.
Hey,
goals.
And as you guys know, my name is Miss Hot Sauce. You can find me across all social media at Miss Hot Sauce to you. And Henny and Hotwings. Follow us across everything: SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube. Just Google Henny and Hotwings. You'll be able to find everything that you need to know about it. And make sure you guys go watch it on YouTube. It's always fun to see facial expressions and whatever. So go over there, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Okay.
And make sure you guys are keeping up to date with Spark FM Online. We started our morning show last week.
Welcome back to the radio outside.
It's been good. I miss radio so much. So I'm really glad to be talking to the masses again and just starting my shit. And thank you guys all for supporting. With that said, people, we are officially out of here, and we will see you guys next week.